then I'll give it some more time and try to answer them. So let's go. All things cutthroat, guys. The first one is, who do you think was the funniest Khiladi? This is from Ria Rana. I honestly would say the funniest Khiladi would have to be Karanveer. He is so unintentionally funny and his punchlines hit home all the time. So he says less, but when he says things, it just hits. So Karanveer is definitely my vote for funniest Khiladi. The next one is from KKK Thrills. Talk us through your phenomenal highlights of this season. Thank you for this question. I appreciate it. Honestly, I feel like I've had so many highlights, if I may say so myself. But you know what really stands out to me, and I've told Charlene as well, I think Partner Week was probably my favorite week on the entire show because, you know, not just in Cutthroat, but even during school, like I always played team sports. I just love being part of teams and groups and, you know, just, I don't know, it's just more fun working together as opposed to solo. So I would have to say Partner Week was definitely a highlight for me, especially, and some of the stunt crew agrees with me on this. I think the best stunt of the season was definitely the car stunt that Charlene and I did together, where I was directing him and he was driving blindfolded. That was, guys, I don't think you realize, but that car, it was some sort of Audi sports car, which was ridiculously powerful and fast. So being in there was a mad thrill. I don't know if you could tell on screen, but oh my gosh, it was adrenaline max. So of course that stunt, and then, you know, the fact that I was able to complete the fire stunt by myself. Charlene did an amazing job with me for 4 of the flags. Unfortunately, he caught fire and had to jump into the water for the 5th one. And, you know, that being a partner stunt, you already know that it's going to be hard to complete solo. And I think the fact that I was finally able to get the flag after a couple of tries by myself was, I mean, that was such an amazing feeling for me. And that's actually one of the stunts that made my dad really emotional when we rewatched it back together. Beyond that, of course, my comeback, you know, I was more than happy when Rohit sir especially said that, you know, the comeback's justified. And I'm so grateful and so blessed for the opportunity of being brought back as a wild card. I understand, you know, a lot of people may not necessarily have gotten that opportunity. But I still, you know, when I got eliminated, I felt like I had so much more to prove. Like I was so much beyond any of that before the elimination, you know, before what was shown. And I think it was primarily because I was put into this new environment, you know, completely out of my comfort zone, trying to get used to the world of television and then reality. And it was a lot for me. So I think, you know, when I got the opportunity to come back, which is such a blessing, I was like, I got to do everything in my power to prove to myself, to the crew, my co-contestants, and all of you guys that I deserve this spot, you know? So of course, my comeback was definitely one of the highlights because I was able to do 2 stunts back to back and, you know, help lead my team to victory that week. So I'd say those were my top 2. If I keep talking this much, guys, this live is going to go on forever. So thank you to all of you that want to stay till the very end. Okay, the next one is, oh, Ria Rana again. Your favorite duo would, again, have to be Charlene and I because we absolutely smashed it. Parth Salot. I'm sorry if I don't say your names correctly, guys. You know, I have a little bit of a problem with pronunciation. How did you feel after being in the top 5? I felt on top of the world, guys. You know, to be the only woman amongst 4 powerhouses of men was such a win in itself. And I remember when I first signed the contract of Cutthroat, it was my first goal in my mind to make it to the top 5. And after that was accomplished, and then, being able to represent girl power, it was just the icing on the cake. So I'm super thrilled and super happy. And like I said, after getting into the top 5, whatever happens from here on out, I'm satisfied. Okay. Forever Tigerian, you are the goddess of water. Did you do any special training before taking part in the show? Absolutely not, guys. I have just been an absolute water baby from the start. I remember, you know how I learned how to swim? My grandmother, my mom's mom actually, she literally we were in Goa for a family holiday one year. And I was really young. I still, would wear the floaties and things like that. And my grandmother literally just threw me into the pool one day without my floaties. And I had no option but to save myself and come up to the surface. So, I mean, it is a great life skill to know and to have. The water stunts are definitely, I think, something that set me apart from a lot of the group. But as maybe easy as I made them look now that I'm rewatching them back on TV, it didn't feel easy at the time, I promise you guys. It was a lot harder than I think I made it look. So yeah, don't get fooled by how well I did them, honestly. Sitting on your couch at home, like in the comfort of your own home, watching the show on TV is so different than actually being there and performing the stunts. Like when I signed the contract, I started watching Cutthroat for the first time. And I was like, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that. Let's go. Get there, guys, the stunts, if you're actually physically present and doing them, is 1,000 times harder than it looks on TV. So, I mean, props to all of us who were on the season, the previous seasons. Anyone who, has the balls to go on a show like Khatro Ke Khiladi has my respect. Okay. Best stunt partner, I mean, I already said Charlene for sure. How are you so confident in all your stunts? I've been reading a lot of these messages. You guys think I'm a very confident person, but let me tell you guys, fake it till you make it is my mantra. Trust me. I was not confident at all. I was stressed beyond, as much as it was such an amazing experience and, just so much fun. I think stress was the number one part of the journey. So yeah, I wasn't confident all the time. Of course, in some stunts, I felt like I definitely can do this and I have the upper hand, and that's when, you feel a little better, but you're never 100% sure because anything can happen. And, the pressure of doing something for the first time without a rehearsal, without a second take, or, with all these people watching, there's always that pressure of just performing, I feel like, especially with me, I had so much expectation on me, which just added to the pressure, purely because of, my fitness background and the way I look. But physicality is one thing. I think, the majority, I think the main thing you got to conquer when you come on the show is this. And if you can conquer your mind, your body will follow. But without this ain't gonna help. Trust me. So fake it till you make it. Kamlesh Khatri, what was your least favorite task throughout the season? Guys, I think this is very well known by now. I would probably say the shock stunt. Those are the worst because every stunt has an element of fun to it, Getting electrocuted has zero fun to it. There's nothing fun, nothing exciting about that feeling. And trust me, guys, I've read some comments about, is it fake or blah, blah, blah. It's as real as it gets, or I wouldn't abort an elimination stunt like an idiot. So yeah, my least favorite would definitely be the shock stunt. Do the contestants do rehearsals before doing the stunt? This was a really good question from Salwa SM28. Guys, we get no no rehearsals. I'm getting distracted reading your comments at the same time. We get no rehearsals. Like, we literally get to set, and on location they have like a holding area, what we call it, where they put us until we're ready to literally shoot and film. From the holding area, they take us directly to the briefing area, which is that area where we're speaking to Rohit sir before the stunts. And that's when we see what stunt we're doing for the day and who's gonna do the stunt for the first time. And then, yeah, so Rohit sir explains the stunt and he's like, you're doing it, you're doing it, you're doing it. And that's it. And then you just go and you do it in the order that you're told. But no rehearsal, no second take, guys. So it's really hard and the pressure is on. Okay. Forever Tigerian again, 90. Did you have nightmares after these stunts with worms, cockroaches, snakes, etc.? You know, you'd think that those were the ones that would have given me a nightmare or two, but honestly, like I said, the shock stunt is literally what I had nightmares about. After feeling that feeling, because I'd never felt it before, so if I didn't have a fear of electricity before the show, I now have a fear of electricity, guys. So you can imagine how bad that shit was. Why are you not choosing movie career? You are so unique person. We want to see you in the movies too. Sony Baines, 23. Thank you so much for this. That's so sweet of you. So guys, I get this question a lot. And honestly, I feel like I am built for the reality space. I am so confident in who I am as a person, and you know, just being able to be me and showcase all aspects of me, all layers of my personality to the world, and be relatable and connect to more of you guys, you know, as opposed to honestly playing a character or being a part of the fiction world. I feel like that's very foreign to me and it's honestly a little awkward. So I feel like my personality, my persona, who I am, I'm back, sorry, my face got stuck. So yeah, who I am is basically, I think, just built for more reality TV as opposed to fiction, you know, because I'm most comfortable being as real as it gets and just being myself. Manish Kukreja, 33. Which one your favorite in... Huh? Which one's your favorite in all seasons of KK? Okay, I think you're trying to say what's your favorite season of KKK? That's obviously gonna be season 14, the one that I'm on. Suhana Hood. The amount of sound they put in the electricity stunt, is it actually that strong? Guys, I'm getting a lot of these electric shock ones, obviously, and talking about it, but the sound of the electricity, if we're not performing the stunt and we're just like standing on the side and watching, we can literally hear every zap of that electricity. So it's bad. It's bad. The less I talk about it, the better. Please share something about your bond with Kashmir. You two are best male and female contestant of the season. Shine, wine, career. Thank you for that. That's so sweet. You know, one of my highlights on the show would probably be, my entire journey would probably be when Kashmir, he was actually, I think, the first one after I came back as a wildcard entry. Kashmir was the first one to recognize me as a strong contender. And the fact that he said I deserve to be a finalist was a huge highlight moment for me, because I always considered Kashmir one of the strongest competitors from the very beginning. And I mean, going by what the audiences say, I know you guys believe that as well. So, the strongest, or one of the strongest Khiladis to have that faith in me meant a lot. So I think I just want to say thanks to Kashmir. And I mean, having him on this season definitely pushed all of us, because he was super competitive and just a solid competition. Esma Sunny 09. I love that the KKK 14 girl gang never gets affected by stupid fan wars. Honestly, guys, I love these fan wars. They are my entertainment before I go to sleep. So thank you for that. But I mean, listen, everyone has their, their own opinions and the right to their own opinions. It doesn't change our reality. I love it all, the good, the bad. It's all part and parcel. And I knew that, when I decided to put myself out there, I was like, okay, you're putting yourself out there for judgment, criticism, appreciation, all of it. So I'm cool with it, guys. I mean, the more you say, the better, because you're still talking about me at the end of the day. Forever Tigerian 90 again. Is there a specific moment that you will never forget in your life? Honestly, I gotta say, I think the moment I will never forget in my life would have to be when I faced all my fears in one box with the snakes, the cockroaches, and the spiders. Guys, I literally went into that stunt saying, you ain't gonna win it, but if you can endure this shit for 10 minutes straight and not abort the stunt, you have achieved something you felt like you could never achieve in your life. And I remember rewatching that stunt with my dad as well, and he was in awe. Even though I didn't win the stunt, he was just like, listen, because I know you, after seeing that, you're already a winner in my eyes. Because guys, I don't think you realize, like, unless you know me personally, I am the type of person that will literally run from one room out to the other until, if I see a cockroach, until that cockroach is thrown out the window. I have sold my car because it got infested with cockroaches, guys. This is not a joke. Those phobias are real. Am I over them? Absolutely not. Do you watch KKK with your dad, mom, and brother? What were their reactions to the stunts? Alana Ahmed. I actually don't watch them in real time with my family because all of us have such different busy schedules. As much as I can, I will always rewatch episodes with them when we're, spending some time together, and just like, it's so much fun because we've never seen me in that zone and in that element. And I mean, I'm doing these crazy things that, no one would have ever thought I would do. And I think they're just so proud of my journey and the way I, conducted myself throughout it, and the good, the bad, all of it is something they're so proud of. And, to see how proud they are makes me believe it was all worth it. The pain, all of it. Okay. Hijabs. Okay, that's your name on Instagram. Your biggest fear. Guys, this is not a secret to anyone. I think it's so evident when you're watching the show. My biggest fear is definitely the creepy crawlies, which is why I said no to the show and refused to do it actually 2 years ago when it first came to me. I was like, no amount of money you pay me is gonna make me touch a freaking cockroach. Cut to 2 years later, I was like, you know what? YOLO, life is too short. Let's just go get it. And honestly, when you're in that atmosphere, it's so different. Something literally just takes over you and you're just like, like a horse with blinders, and you're just like, go, 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 go. It was insane. I never thought I would be able to do something like that, but I did, and I'm so blessed and so thankful for the experience and the opportunity to be able to do that. What were your thoughts in general when you were watching the others perform? I was honestly in awe. I feel like, you know, this season was extremely competitive. I think the contestants we had on this season were all extremely strong. Everyone had insane strengths. I think they had more strengths than weaknesses and more strengths than fear. And it was inspiring. I was extremely inspired, and you know, to see the girls and the guys do these things so well pushed me to want to be better and do better. So I'm very thankful to my co-contestants for that, and you know, they were definitely my source of inspiration throughout this journey. It's Aru Baby 001. Is your injuries fine now? Oh my gosh. Okay, so guys, the hardest stunt I did on the show, physically, I would say, not mentally, physically, would have to be the horse stunt. That is something I did not feel like it would feel like, and something I've never felt in my life. And I've had some injuries, guys. Like, I'm an active person. I train almost every day. Oh my gosh. I cannot even begin to explain how that felt. I literally, when the stunt was over, I had to lay there for like a little while because I couldn't lift my head off the ground. All my muscles were so tense from that entire stunt, and I don't know if you guys can see this joint sticking out. I literally thought I broke that finger. If you guys watch the show, you'll see that I have like my fingers taped up the whole time. This joint is literally still sticking out. I struggle to get my ring on this finger. It doesn't fit anymore. But I think that was probably the worst. And of course, bumps and bruises along the way. But the horse stunt it was real shit. You're a freaking mermaid. The way you do water stunts is unmatched. Saloni, my girl, thank you so much. But like I said, guys, I promise the water stunts are not easy. I probably just made them easy, made them look easy. They're really hard, but also fun. Okay. Why Boomy? When did KKK shooting start and when did it end? Shooting started, we left for Romania on May 27th, and we got back July 4th. So math is not my strong point. You guys do the math and figure out how many days that is. But we've been back for a while, and we got back in time for the show airing and things like that, so it was cool. We could watch it with our friends and loved ones. I answered this one. Team Kishu Shroff, what was your toughest stunt in Cutthroat? I had said the horse stunt. Okay, that's done. Kanakam01, is KKK scripted? Please answer this question. I see a lot of this online, and some things are just ridiculous, guys. Like, I cannot believe some of you literally saw my promo shoot, the BTS of my promo shoot that I posted before we left for Romania, and said, oh wow, Cutthroat's fake, because I was shooting on a green screen. Guys, that was a promo shoot. Okay, that's clear. Second of all, the stunts are definitely not scripted. Everything you see in the stunts, the emotion, the reaction, failing, succeeding, all of it is 100% real. The things you see, you know, in the briefing area before the stunt, the little reality fillers, a lot of it is to entertain you guys, you know, and to get some laughs and just lighten up the show a little bit more. Now, certain things can be directed in a certain way, but all the reactions and emotions that you're seeing from co-contestants are they're all 100% real, guys. It's reality TV at the end of the day. So it is as real as it can be. And yeah, like I said, no rehearsals before the stunts. You don't even know who's doing the stunt the day you're told. And all stunts, guys, I mean, I've also seen comments which make me laugh about how, oh, they're giving her all the water stunts and it's pre-planned and blah, blah, blah to get her to the top, whatever. Guys, this is not a setup that you can just throw together in your backyard overnight. Like, it takes a huge, huge, huge amount of planning, of production, an entire stunt crew that designs, that sets it up, everything. A few days before, So none of that is planned. It's just how it worked out. If I were to, lose the previous stunt, maybe I wouldn't have gotten the underwater stunt to get into the top 5. What else? If I had lost the horse stunt, then I would have gone into the elimination stunt and gotten the snake and shock stunt that Ashi, Shimona, and Charlene had done, So trust me, guys, it's not just something you can throw together and put into your backyard the next day. It takes a lot of planning, and all the stunts are planned and scheduled before we even fly off to Romania for the shoot. Indian Lion 8, your biggest competitor. My biggest competitor on the show, as cheesy as this may sound, would probably be myself, because I just remember, like, earlier on in the season, I was putting so many limitations on myself. And as soon as I removed those limitations, and I think I did that when I had gotten the second opportunity to come back and, come in as a wildcard entry. I think as soon as I removed the limitations I set on my own self, I freaking conquered and made it to the top 5, guys. So yeah, my biggest competitor would probably have been myself. Just Ayan 5144. Something about Asim Riaz. All the negativity that surrounded him, honestly, is so far away from my reality and the friendship that I shared with him. I never had a negative interaction with him. Him and I, actually had a great friendship before he left the show, because I feel like we had a lot of similarities. We shared the same taste in music, and language was easy with him. So, any opinion that people may have of him is just so far away from my interaction and my feeling. So yeah, I mean, great guy, still remains true to today, and it really it hasn't tainted my friendship with him at all. Garima Garg, your favorite Khiladi. Ooh. Honestly, guys, we all became like a family away from our families over there, because we were experiencing the same things and going through the same emotions, and it was a crazy, crazy world. So to be able to fall back on each other and support each other through that was really helpful. But, I'm not into the diplomatic answers. So honestly, I think the two that I'm really still closest to would have to be Aditya and Nimrit. They just make the effort to be in touch, and I feel like they're just genuine and the sweetest ever. Like, I don't think they have a negative bone in their bodies. My favorite stunt, this is such a hard one. Muskan Juneja 55. This is such a hard one, honestly. I've had so many that I love. I absolutely loved the jet spray one where Kashmir, Nimrit, and I performed that one. That was amazing. That was so much fun, actually. I mean, it was hard, but it was fun. I actually bruised up my entire inner arms because of the pressure of the water. It was crazy. That was definitely a good one. The car stunt with Charlene was bomb. I had a blast doing that. I feel like that's just every adult's dream, to be able to smash sports cars. What else? I just honestly loved. I had a blast doing all the stunts. I mean, at least all the dynamic, height, water. The actual stunts. I mean, I don't consider electricity and insect stunts. So, you guys know my least favorite. Parm Bangu. What was life like behind the cameras? There was no life behind cameras, guys. We would shoot 2, sometimes 3 stunts a day and literally have 0 time to chill. So yeah, if you think that